You guys ready for the magic?
Uh-oh.
Lime, peace, lime, peace, 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 lime.
Okay.
It's one of the secret herbs and spices. I almost forgot to salt it. Oh my God, could you imagine? I'd leave the country. It's Cesar again with the Food52 Test Kitchen, and this is Recipe Drop, where myself and my friends come at you with new recipes weekly. And today I'm making zesty and sweet salmon skewers. Summer's here, it's hot, it's only gonna get hotter. Bring this to your next cookout. Let's make it. So I have a grill pan preheating over medium heat. It's already been doing its thing for about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna let it do its thing while I prep. So I have some salmon fillets. I have one already cut up, but I wanna show you how to do this one. So the fillet, obviously, this part is thicker than this part. I like to separate it in two. So the fatter, more consistent part, I separate from the thinner part. Thinner part's gonna cook faster and it's gonna get nice and crispy. And then your thicker part, you can control how you cook it a little more. I like to, kind of do like a medium for my salmon. So you just want big, fairly big squares. So I'm cutting this part into thirds. And over here, kind of like that. I mean, they're not gonna all be the same exact size, that's fine. Just want to get them roughly the same size. All right, so the part where it's a bit thinner, see I'm just cutting it in half. This one's pretty big. When this happens to you, like when you get something that's too big and you're like, should I cut it in half? Should I make it smaller? I feel like now if I make this smaller, if I cut this in half, it's gonna be too small. So I'd rather be too big than too small. So I'm gonna set this aside, wash my hands. I'm gonna give my board a little wash too. We're back. So the theme of this marinade is zesty and sweet. So this is called Cilantro Macho, and it's basically overgrown cilantro. It's had time to mature, sprout these cute little fronds that look like dill, and even some flowers. And this is gonna give you a really pungent cilantro taste. So if you don't like cilantro, you're gonna hate this. Feel free to use regular cilantro if you can't find this. And if you don't like cilantro at all, I don't know if this is the recipe for you. You can find this in Mexican markets if you have a nice Mexican market around you. This is used a lot in Mexican cuisine. I never really grew up using this, so when I discovered it, I'm into it. So this is it's gonna give me about a third of a cup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chop it up, get my mortar and pestle. You know I love my mortar and pestles. All right, let's set our cilantro macho aside. I also have a good amount of garlic. These are probably some of the biggest garlic cloves I've ever seen. I'm just gonna cut the little ends off. So good amount of garlic. I would say 3 to 5 cloves. Give them a little smash. Mash this up. Next up, lemongrass. I'm using 2 stalks of lemongrass. Yes, 2. Lemongrass can be pretty strong, but I really want it to come through. So what you want to do is just peel off like the tougher outer layers. Cut off that woody stem part. And then the back of your knife, just bruise it up. So it's just like tenderize it. Chop it as small as you can. Once you hit a point where you feel like your knife isn't cutting it, stop, because this is like this is too fibrous. But don't throw this away. You could still like use this for like broths and soups and stuff, but just like for my purposes, like this is gonna be too fibrous. So then I'm gonna throw that into my mortar and pestle as well. Hi, Tam. If you don't feel like doing all this, I love doing shit like this. It's like meditation to me. I love the process of cooking. Throw it in a food processor. Not the same though. Mortar and pestle, like you're like releasing the oils and the juices. Food processors, you're just chopping it. I'm also gonna throw in my cilantro. This smells so good. This smells so fresh. It's giving summer. I have my garlic, lemongrass, and cilantro or cilantro macho. So to this, I'll be adding some olive oil, extra virgin. We'll give it a preliminary little stir. Going in with some white pepper. White pepper is it's fermented, right? White pepper? Yes, white pepper is fermented. So that's why white pepper has like it's almost a little funky. You know, that's the secret to KFC is the white pepper. It's one of the secret herbs and spices. White pepper is also used really heavily in Asian cuisines. I also have some coriander seeds that I toasted and bashed up as well. The zest and juice of a few limes. Zest. See, the zestiness, here it is. When you think of something being zesty, what comes to your mind?
The youth.
The youth, okay. So you? Give it a good roll. Release those juices. I like this one more for limes. Available in our shop. One more thing. Oh, let me add the rest of this. I almost forgot to salt it. Oh my God, could you imagine? I'd leave the country. There we go. That's what we want. Look at this. Look at that texture. Little honey, zesty and sweet. This is the sweet part. Measurements will be in the recipe. It's about two tablespoons. I like when honey's local, so that it helps me with my allergies, which I am suffering from right now. Yeah. And that's good. So, here's our beautiful marinade. Now what I like to do, you can either do this in a bowl, obviously. The most even coverage of marinade to salmon is gonna happen in a Ziploc bag. Before the environmental police come for me, Ziploc bags are reusable. You can wash a Ziploc bag. Pieces in the Ziploc or resealable bag. Ziploc's a brand. A resealable plastic bag. So in our resealable bag, get the air out. Give it a good rub down. You want to refrigerate for 30 minutes. And while you're doing that, you can make a little rice. You can make, I don't know, make a little salad. But you do want to marinate this for at least 30 minutes. So I wouldn't marinate fish for longer than 30 minutes, especially something like this that has so much acid, because then the acid is going to begin to cook the fish, and you're gonna get ceviche, which is great, delicious. That's not what we're doing right now. So lemongrass, garlic, cilantro macho,
Nice.
salt, white pepper, EVOO, limes, honey, toasted coriander.
Yum.
Here's some gloves.
Thanks. Thank you. Like my favorite thing to eat right now, at least. I feel like I've been eating a lot of salmon.
I think we eat too much salmon.
Really?
I think as a society,
Too much salmon.
we also eat, we eat too much. So I'm thinking around 5 pieces per skewer.
Okay. Those are fun.
These are on our shop. I kind of want the lime to also be there as the salmon's cooking, and just like
Yeah, I like
add to
that.
the zestiness. I like odd numbers, something like 5. Lime, 1 piece.
I'm starting salmon.
Lime.
Oh, these are gonna be so good. Wait, just like.
So like this was like my fantasy. So like lime, piece, piece, lime.
Okay. All right, so
This is just like me being
Sorry, I'm fucking.
No, you're
fancy
fine.
up.
This is like OCD, like food stylistness happening right now.
What about lime, salmon, lime? Lime,
See?
salmon.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's nice.
I just don't want it to like look too symmetrical.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I think as long as you have 5 pieces of salmon and 3 limes, we're Gucci.
Anytime.
Okay, but you see how the salmon's already like opaque? That's from the acid. And that's why you don't want to marinate your salmon, especially in an acidic marinade for more than 30 minutes. I can move
How long
over.
are you gonna cook these?
I think this is gonna happen pretty fast. I probably just like 2 minutes per side. So that was about
mean-
3. How many pounds of
I
salmon
think
did I
you can
just
do one
have?
more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was about 2.5 pounds of salmon fillet. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 to 6. Let's say this makes 5 to 6 skewers. You could do like some peppers, or you could do some like I really like sweet onions, like some Vidalia onion would be nice on it.
And you made some. You're making rice. Just on the side.
Yeah, I made some white rice on the side. But I think like some lettuce cups would be really nice too.
Do you don't have like a little mini grill on your balcony, do you?
I mean, I'm not supposed to, but so no comment. No comment. It's okay. People don't know where I live.
How much oil do you want?
A decent amount. All right. All right, so like 2 minutes per side. 2-minute timer. We also have some residual marinade. So definitely use that too. Spoon a little bit over. Little oil, sticking a little bit. There we go. Listen, it's gonna stick sometimes, and that's okay. I don't know how to avoid little bits getting stuck. So our salmon's out. I like to just hit it with a little extra flaky salt. I reserve some of our pretty little fronds from our cilantro. Our zesty and sweet salmon skewers. All right, I got my girl Nikki with me. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Nikki, you know I made us rice though.
Oh my gosh. You know you had to bring the rice.
You know how to bring the rice out.
Let's see. How well did you cook it?
I mean, I think I think I'm a rice master. But I did this one Latin style.
So, meaning?
I add oil and salt.
You see, that's where we differ.
That's where our cultures differ.
But, I mean, I'm open. I'm sure it's delicious.
I mean, it is. I was thinking this would also be nice with like lettuce cups. Oh, I also put a little garlic in the rice.
I feel.
The cool thing about these skewers, you guys ready for the magic?
Uh-oh.
You ready? You ready? Yeah.
Yes.
This one got a little. Boop.
Should we go with a little soy sauce in there?
Let's taste it first, and then we can add soy sauce. I'm always down for soy sauce.
That's my Asian side.
Brought the Asian girl. She already wants to put the soy sauce. Mmm. The salmon cooked nice.
I just got a touch of the flaky salt mixed with that lime juice that you just like. Wow. I feel like grilling was the way to go because you get those like charry areas that, you know, you might not get as strong of a taste if it were to be oven baked.
Even though I feel like people get afraid of grilling fish because like some will stick, and I think that's fine. Like, it's gonna happen. It's okay.
I mean, I think it's like a success, honestly. Thank you for having me.
My girl Nikki. All right, that was Recipe Drop. Recipe down below. Comment, like, subscribe. See you next week.